at how we can give feedback in Google Classroom. So the easiest way to start off, you'll notice that over here it tells me what upcoming assignments are. So that makes it pretty easy, but I'm actually going to go to my classwork. When I do this, we'll see all of the upcoming assignments, including this one, HyperDoc, which is due on August 26th. So when I click on this, I'll see that I have one student in my class, which I know. This is my demo class, so I have Carter in here, and he hasn't turned it in yet. But thankfully, I own Carter's account as well. So as I'm Carter, I'm going to go to my assignment. Again, it says upcoming. And with this, I can click on, here is the template that I was given. So now that I have Carter's resource open, I can go in and start putting in my information. So here it is. Here is my response. Okay. When I'm all set, I'm going to hit turn in, but this is not turning in the full assignment. It is just turning in this one piece of it. So when I do turn in, it will prompt me as well. Do I want to turn in my work? And I do. So I'm going to hit turn in here. And now my teacher has the full ownership of the document. So now as a teacher, I can see that it is automatically updated that one student has turned it in and that it's assigned to 0 other people. So I'm ready to go in and give feedback to my student. So now that I've opened up his resource, the few things that we'll see up at the top, it has his name, Carter S. I can click on this and it would show all of my other students. Again, this is a demo class, so he's my only student in here. But it would list your 20 different students, and you can pick from there too. We also can navigate using these arrows, so I could just move on to the next students whenever I'm ready. But at this point, I'm ready to give feedback. Now, I don't have to wait to the end to be able to give feedback to my students. I can give feedback throughout the entire time that they have this resource. So he has submitted, but we'll consider this a summative thing where he keeps doing it. So as a teacher, I'm going to go in and start leaving comments. In Docs, it's really easy because when we highlight, it brings up a comment button on the right. In other tools, you might have to hunt for it in the toolbar, but it's always going to look like this icon. So with this, once it shows up on the right-hand side, we can put a comment in, but we can also use the @ and then the student's name so that they know exactly who we're talking to. And this is really helpful for doing group work, right? So I'm going to also click this assign to Carter, and this will give him an email and also show up in a special section of his Google Drive. And I'm ready to give my feedback. For this, I'll just put feedback because, again, this is just a mock-up. So I'm hitting assign, and it goes to Carter. But there are other ways that we can give feedback too. So one of those is by going in and suggesting maybe some changes that he might consider doing. With this, we're going to be using the suggesting mode. And by default, within Google Classroom, it's going to be in suggesting. Typically, when we own a document, it will automatically be in editing, but you can always toggle within these. All right, so the main difference between suggesting and editing mode, with this, I could tell him to delete something and then write traits. And so it will encourage him to do it, but again, he will ultimately decide if he accepts or rejects. And so when I click off, this will be added in to the sidebar as well. Some other ways that we can give feedback, you'll notice on the right-hand side, we also have a comment bank, and in here I can add as many of these as I'd like. So as I'm giving feedback to Carter, if I start typing in nice detail, it will auto-generate and just allow me to put it in. So it makes it really easy. If there are, the same 10 different pieces of feedback that we're doing on a regular basis, we can copy it over, or again, that auto-complete. At this point, I'm going to switch back. And some other ways we can do feedback, we are kind of running towards the end of this. We can give the numerical grade. So Carter isn't quite done, so he's got an 82 on it right now. And I can also leave private comment to him. So this would be more holistic, whereas over here, this is really targeted to a specific part of his submission. So this would be, please continue your thinking and look at the second section. And now I post, and Carter receives this. Now, I haven't hit return yet, so Carter, when he hits submit, it has given me the ownership of this document. So I do want to make sure I hit return. And this will also give Carter the score in the gradebook. And we can see that by when I come back here, it now says 82. If I went to the gradebook part, it would say 82 there. When I bring Carter's back up, it tells me I have no work done or due because I've already done it. When I come to my HyperDoc, it's grayed out because I've already completed it. And it tells me it's graded, and I can view my assignment and see my grade in here too. So I got an 82 out of 100, and it gives me that private comment. So again, feedback is an ongoing piece of Google Classroom. It does not have to be just when we hit submit. That is a major transition from when I was certainly a student in the classroom, and I hope that you take full advantage of it. Please continue watching the other videos in this series to learn even more about Google Classroom. Thank you.